Hello YouTube, it's Jerry D in Tennessee. We're talking about some stocks today. So I had a question from Pablo 113. Now, I want to remind everybody, I am not a financial advisor. I am not a stock advisor. This is just a hobby of mine, but I don't care to mention some of my thoughts about this stock. So the stock is it's had some dips, some highs and lows. So, I mean, a lot of people that's day trading is probably making their money on this stock, buying the dips, and then when it goes up, they sell. Looks like somebody here, though, bought in as when it went up. But I'm thinking right now with the economy, well, if you go back and you look at, let's go back and look at the company is transparent. Okay. So they're releasing news, and it looks like it's pretty regular that they're releasing news, and that's a good thing. Okay. So every time, probably if you go look back at the chart and you check out the dates, usually right around these dates when they're releasing news is probably when the price is going up because they're in the public's eye. So let's go back to this chart, and I'm set out at 5 years. So this company's been up and down. It's back down again. It had a spike recently. It's been up. To be honest, with the pandemic going on, it's hard to tell what could happen. I mean, stocks, I know I've said it in several other videos, stocks are very unpredictable, and you need to trade scared. That's my opinion. That's my personal opinion. You need to trade scared. Don't invest any more money than you can afford to lose because you don't know what the stock's going to do. You can't control it. It's controlled by what the investors are willing to pay and sell it for. So, given that, and the fact that, let's look at this other, where am I at? Okay. So, given that, now for an example, Disney released news today. So if you look down here, 9/29 is 6:48 p.m. So tomorrow, I imagine Disney stock may go down. I hope Disney does not go away because I think it's a good company, and I hope that they can stick around. I hope the pandemic doesn't take them out. But they've got other things going for them. They're streaming. They have their Disney Channel, and they've got other things going for them. They've got merchandising, and they sell the video, the DVDs, Blu-rays. They've got several avenues to make money. So this right here is sad that Disney is laying off 28,000 workers. That's a lot of people out of work in one whack. That is sad. You're talking about people, they're losing their paycheck. They're also losing their insurance benefits. So they're going to be drawing unemployment. These people will be drawing unemployment unless they go, find a job somewhere else. So I imagine now, not that I want it to, but I imagine with this news, this is negative news. This may cause the Disney price to drop a little bit. I hope it don't. I hope that this is just a way they're trying to keep the company running, operating, because the fact that they have opened the parks at limited capacity, so they're not bringing in the money into the parks that they normally do. and they've been down this whole season. This whole season's just been bad for everybody. So it's hurt them financially. I imagine it's hurt them bad financially. But I think Disney is a strong company, and management's made this a decision to lay off 28,000 workers. So they're trying to keep the company afloat. They're running a limited capacity. They don't need as many people to run the park because there's less people there's in the park that they're having to take care of. So they're just doing what they've got to do. So yeah, shrimp now, sure. So that being said, this stock could potentially this has potential to go up. So I was asked, what's my opinion long term? I think any stock has potential over a period of time. Most stocks will go up over time. If it's a real company, they're releasing news on a regular basis. As long as they're being transparent, the company's trying to grow. Sure, I think the stock could do well over time, but you won't know. Only time will tell. You don't know what the stock could do. So, with the pandemic going on, if we have another surge in COVID cases and we have another shutdown, it's really going to hurt a lot of businesses. So, back, in 2008, everything just kind of died down in 2008. Just everything dropped. And there's some companies back in 2008 that were around that, there's companies that have gone bankrupt and closed down that I just wouldn't have imagined that they would have gone bankrupt. It's like, Kmart's, you just see Kmart everywhere. There were Kmart's all over the place, especially around in my area. It's every town around in my area had a Kmart. Now you don't see a Kmart. Sears, you used to see Sears everywhere. Sears has just died. It's hard to tell what'll happen. There's trends change. Amazon's probably taken a lot of the market for a lot of companies, a lot of retailers, and that's probably hurt a lot of retailers. The convenience of Amazon, the Amazon, and look at how much Amazon's grown over the years. Amazon stocks, I haven't looked at it in a while, but it's up there and it's pretty high, and the company's going strong. So, and they also have the other avenues to make money. They have, they serve up websites for people. They host websites. They stream music. They stream movies. So Disney, even though they're laying off 28,000 people, Disney's got a lot of things going for it. So it may not be completely out of the picture. I imagine the negative news, some people may dump the stock, but I'm thinking the stock is going to go back up, and I do feel like they're going to be back around. I think they're going to come back strong. Because if we do have another surge of COVID-19 and it gets over with by next summer, and they come out with a vaccine, there's going to be a surge of people wanting to get out and do stuff, get away from the house because they've been cooped up in the house for so long. These vacation resorts has been struggling this summer. They're going to have a surge in customers, and these stocks may go up. So like Ford, look at Ford. Ford stock, a year ago I bought Ford stock for around $9. And now it's down to $6.60 today. It's $6.60 today. It looks like it dipped a little bit too, less than that. But Ford, if you go back, 2017, Ford was $12 a share. Now it's down half of what it was. You know, if you go on back, July 2017, 13. So stocks go up and down. I think Ford's another company. I feel it's like it's strong. It's got its commercial products. It's got, the cars and just, the consumer buys too. Cars and trucks. They come out with the new, the Rangers come out. They're coming out with the Bronco. They're coming out with the Mach-E electric Mustang, which is like an SUV car. They're going to come back up. So I'm not selling my Ford stock. I might buy some more at $6 a share and then wait for it to come back up. So it's hard to say what the stocks will do. Over the long term, I'd say, if this company keeps doing what it's doing, releasing news on a regular basis, and keeps the investor informed on its operations and what it's doing. Sure, this stock could go up. This stock might be up as high as Amazon in the next 10 years. You just don't know what the stock will do. I feel like this is a decent company if you want to invest in a company where the stock is, low. I mean, it's what? 13 cents a share? I mean, if it gets up 10, 20, 30, 40, $50 a share, who knows the next 5 or 10 years? But I mean, if you're talking long term, I mean, I'm thinking you're going to be in this stock for probably 5, 10 years or more. And yeah, it'll probably go up over time. But it's going to have its up and downs too. And a lot of people, and I imagine right now, a lot of people's making money on this stock, just dipping and buying into the dip and selling in the spikes. That's my thoughts anyway. But I don't think it's a bad company. I mean, it's not like you're buying Amazon, but you don't have to have as much money to buy a lot of shares in this stock. If this stock went up, let's look at that. I have a calculator. So how should I do this? So if you had 10,000 shares at 0.135 cents, is that what it is? That's what it is. That's $1,350. Okay. Some people that's a lot of money. Some people that's something out of my savings. I might be able to move into it if I can double it, over a period of time. So what if this stock at 13 cents, almost 14 cents? What if you had 10,000 shares and sold it at let's see. What if it went to $15 a share? So you turn if it went up to $15, okay, in the next 5 or 10 years, you've turned $1,350 into $150,000. You're not going to make that kind of money off of a savings account in a bank. Think about that. $15 is not that expensive for a stock. Okay? So what if you sold it at 10,000 shares? What if it didn't go to 15? What if it just went to $5 a share? Oh, I messed that up. My fat fingers. What if it just goes to $5 a share? That's $50,000. That you turn $1,350 into $50,000 just because you sold it. I could have done that in my head. Oh well. but I mean, you see the point. So what this stock's going for it, has going for it. All right, so they release a lot of news on a regular basis. They're continually releasing news. Okay, and this stock is active. You can tell by looking at the price going up and down. Okay, so that being said, they're in the public's eye. This company's in the public's eye. So over the next few years, I mean, if you'd invested $1,350 and if it by chance does go up in the next 5 years to $5 a share, and it could do that. It could do that. They could get bought out by another company, and then if you had stock in that company, then you've got stock in the new company that bought them out. And then if the stock price on that new company is higher, then your stock's going to be worth more that you had. So I don't think it's a bad thing, but I do think the stock trading right now in this environment can be scary. It's very risky. Like I said, there's some companies the past 10 years or so that were here now are gone. They are gone. There's several companies that have closed the doors over the past few years, and it's just crazy. It's companies that I grew up with. I mean, they were just like, just names that everybody knew, that I never would have thought that the companies have just gone. I mean, Radio Shack is another company. I mean, I think Radio Shack's just kind of online. I think you can still order off of their website online, but they've closed all their stores. If anything, they're just mainly online now. I used to be able to find a Radio Shack here in Tennessee. They were all over the place, and you don't see any anymore. They closed down all their stores. So it's a lot of, you just don't know. You really don't know. Time will tell. But like I said, this company seems they're releasing news on a regular basis. If you go and you look them up, let's look at snapshot. That's where it goes. Yeah. So 9/16 they release news. 9/10 they release news. 9/9, 9/2, 9/1, 8/25, 8/19. 8/11, 7/29, 7/23. So they're active. They are very active. They're releasing news for the stockholders to know what they're doing. So yeah, I mean, I would put a little money in it long term, and I don't have money in them. It got my attention the other day when it hit the spike. I made the other video. So they got on my radar. I mean, I didn't even know about this company until it got on my radar. I saw it, it was up greater than 5%. There were people tweeting about it on social media. I mean, it's just, it's just how it works. But yeah, I don't think it'd be a bad thing if somebody wanted to invest for long term into this company. I think it's got potential to go up. I mean, $5 a share is not unreasonable. You put $1,350 in there and then 10,000 shares, and then it goes up to 5. You got, turn $1,300 into $50,000. I mean, that's a good day to me. Some people that's more than a year's pay. So, it's just how you. If you're going to invest, I'd look at the company and make your own decision. Don't go off of, if I say that I think it's a good company, make your own decision. Look at the history of the company and make your own judgment. If you feel good about it, sure, there's nothing wrong with investing in it. Just realize that in any stock, you can lose money. And if you trade stocks long enough, you're eventually going to get into in a stock at a bad time. The stock's going to go down and you're going to lose money. And in this pandemic, everything's down right now. Everything's down. This could be the time to be buying stocks. You know, when the pandemic's over with and the economy gets better and people's out working and people spending money, stock prices are going to go up. A lot of stocks are going to go up. I think Ford's going to go back up from $6. I mean, it might go up. It might just go up to $10 a share instead of $12, or it could double. It could go to $24 a share. If they go and start selling electric vehicles and people like their vehicles, and then that's going strong, who knows where the stock will go. But I'm just using Ford for an example. That's like M-Gon. Okay, this is another penny stock. But see, they're up. They had been hovering. When I first learned about M-Gon, they were less than, I guess, 0.002 or so. I mean, they were like cheap. They were really cheap. So I got into 2018. I started looking. Okay, so they were but 0.001. And they had spiked right here. Yeah. The high was 1.6 cents. So they spiked to over 1.5 cents from 0.0007. So when I got into it, I missed a spike right in here. Was it 2018 or 2019? Right here, they hit 3 cents a share. Yeah. They hit 3 cents a share from, what, 1.6 cents, whatever, what they started out the first of the year. It's not even showing how much my order was because it's so cheap. Let's look up here. It's flagging when I was buying into it. Yeah. At 1 cent, that was a $5,000. That was a $5,000 day for me I forget how many shares it was, but I think I bought in at 0.0042 and it spiked to 1 cent. That was a good week when that stock spiked. But what I'm trying to say. So the nature of all stocks will go up and down. The price will fluctuate based on what people are selling stock for versus what people are buying the stock for. So only time will tell. A lot of it's going to be due to what the news is at the time. If people are hyping right now, a lot of stocks are spiking because of just the hype off of the Twitter and just different social medias. Discord, which is a gaming platform, has channels that it's just stock traders talking about stocks. And they'll get in there and they'll talk about stocks. And you got a bunch of guys in there. You got 2,000 or 3,000 guys in there buying the stock at one time. You're causing the stock to go up as you're buying in it. You know, there's a lot of people doing this now. There's a lot of people just getting into stocks. But you got to trade smart. You got to be scared. You got to keep your eye on it. Don't just set it and forget it. Keep your eye. If you got stocks out there, you better be looking at the stocks. I bought a stock for instance. What was it? I think it was this one. I was not watching this stock. It paid monthly dividends. Oh, darn, is the stock not even listed in it? Oh, no, because they got delisted. Let's try Yahoo. I believe this is it. So they were paying monthly. I believe this is the stock. I look at so many of this, all this stuff runs together. Yeah, so all right, so these guys were are they still listed? They were getting a warning that they were going to get delisted. So this stock was up there in price. Let's go year to date. Yeah, $1.08 1 year. So this stock, 167. If you go to 5 years, so this stock's been as high as $4 a share, and they gradually went down. So what happens is when they get below $1 a share, when you get below $1 a share, you're not a NASDAQ stock anymore. They were paying monthly. They were paying monthly dividends. As you can see right here, they quit paying dividends, which they were paying a pretty decent dividend. I can't remember what the payout was, but it was a fairly decent dividend payment, and it was a monthly dividend. It's what got my attention. I like the monthly dividend paying stocks. There's several out there. It's hard. You have to search for them to find them because most will just pay dividends quarterly, especially the big companies. But AT&T, if anybody's interested, I believe AT&T's one that pays monthly instead of quarterly dividends, and they're a fairly strong stock. That was not a bad stock if you're interested in dividend investments. But I mean, they were dropping in price, and then they started getting warnings on getting delisted. And I mean, I had some money tied up in this stock, and it just wasn't worth anything. And I shouldn't. I went against what I said in the previous videos, and this is why I'd have said it. I lost some money on this stock because I sold after the price dropped down below, because I thought this company was going to go out, but apparently they're still out there. And they're doing some trade. There's some trading. So from $1.70, so that's still within a year. So that's it's not been that long since I've got out of this stock. Maybe about this time last year, maybe when I was out of it. But yeah, that was kind of sad because this stock really was paying some good dividends, decent dividends at the time. And right now they've got it listed. Yahoo is saying that it's undervalued. So this stock could go back up. It could possibly go back up. I can't remember what the deal was. This is their land management company. What was it? Oh, wait a minute. They just released 20 days ago. Announced that it was received a notification from the New York Stock Exchange of its determination to suspend trading of the trust units of beneficial interest. So they suspended their trading September 8th, 2020. So I got out of the stock. That means you couldn't sell. If you didn't get out of it by this date right here, you're stuck in this stock. You can't buy or sell in this stock. To initially, so they're going through the process. They went longer than I thought. I guess they really wanted to give them a chance to get back to relist the stock and get the price up. So, delisting proceeding results. To initiate delisting the trust units, determination to commence delisting process results from the trust's inability to satisfy the continued listing compliance standards set forth under Rule 80201C of the New York stock exchange listed company manual. Because the average closing price of the trust units fell below $1 over 30 consecutive days, but they've been below $1 for longer than 30 consecutive days. They give them enough time. Yeah, December 24th. It might have been, it's either November or December, I guess, maybe when I sold my stock in this. Because they had dropped so much. And I was afraid if they delisted them that this stock could go away. I don't know how that works, so I can't explain how that would work. But yeah, it scared me when it dropped. They had done pretty good for a while, and I wasn't watching the stock. And then all of a sudden, I went out and looked at my portfolio, and it's like, man, they released news. They give them a warning that they were below $1, and I'm like, man, should I stay in this stock? At that time, they were still paying the dividends, and they released news that they were thinking about stopping the dividend payments until they could get the stock price back up. So, I mean, things happen. Things can happen unexpectedly for these stocks. So that was in December, and it took them to September to actually say, we're going to go ahead and delist you. You're going to pink sheets. Yeah, see? OTC pink. So they're a penny stock now. They went from a listed stock to a penny stock. So what's my point? Anything can happen. Anything can happen. This seems to be a strong company right now. I think it has potential. There's a lot of people watching it, or these spikes wouldn't be happening. People are actively trading this stock. It is very active. It is in the public's eye. So, I guess what you might say is, it's got a lot of potential. My opinion is this stock has a lot of potential. Has a potential for growth. They are releasing news on a regular basis. I mean, they're just kicking out news every chance they can about what they're trying to keep stock investors informed on what the company's doing. They're probably trying to build the price up for the stock. They're promoting the stock by releasing all these news stories. But over time, I mean, shrimp's a pretty big industry. There's a lot of restaurants that buy shrimp. I mean, yeah. I don't think they're going to go anywhere soon. I think people still going to eat. So, yeah, I think this stock has a lot of potential. Again, I'm not telling anybody to buy this stock. Like I said, don't go by what I say. Do your own research and weigh all your options. What you think about the stock? I just give my opinion of what could happen with the stock. If it goes up at the price right now, if you buy into this stock, if this stock does go up, like I said, at $1,350, about 10,000 shares, and then 5-10 years, if it's 5, you turn that into 50,000. That's a good day to me. But I wouldn't make it my only stock. I would buy into other stocks too. But you could make it part of your portfolio if you're going to do this long term. I think they have a lot of potential to go up in price. I mean, why not? The sky's the limit. As long as they have good management behind them, pushing this company and driving this company, and they're going strong and they're bringing in profits, they're going to be around for a while. So, I guess my point on the other companies is you just don't know what can happen. Like I said, there's good companies that I thought were going to be around for years, so to be around after I'm dead and gone. And they're gone. They're gone before I'm gone. So you just don't know what they're going to do. Keep an eye. If you invest in this stock, keep an eye on the price. Watch it. Watch your portfolio. Keep up with what's going on with your investments, what your stocks are doing, because if you do like me, like I did on PER, and it dropped below, like I just showed you, PER dropped below $1, and they're getting delisted. If I'd paid attention to this stock, and when it started going down and was getting close to $1, I should have sold before it got below $1, but I didn't. But anyway, that's my opinion on this stock. I appreciate you watching the video. Like I said, I'm not a stock advisor. I'm not a financial advisor. If you like the video, hit the like button. I'd love for you to subscribe if you want to watch some more videos. I'm going to try to crank out more content. Trying to ramp up this channel to where I am kicking out more content on a regular basis. And this seems to be my passion. I started out with training my dogs, but you only know so many tricks to start messing with your dogs, and then when the weather gets bad, you don't get out as much with your dogs, and that just kind of slowed down. This is just kind of a passion for me, and I always seem to be looking at one or two stocks, and I thought, well, okay, I'll start talking about some stocks. But yeah, I mean, I don't see anything wrong with investing in this a little bit of money. I wouldn't invest money that I couldn't stand to lose. If you're looking at this is like the supplement your retirement or something. Yeah, this stock, if it goes up $5, what if it goes up to $50 a share? Excuse me. I mean, that's how people's made millions of dollars in stocks. You just don't know. You just got to be in the right stock at the right time when it goes up, and then you're set. So that's my 2 cents. And again, like I said, just be cautious. Do your own research. Look into the stock yourself. SHMP I think it's got a lot of potential. I think my YouTube guy, where was he? Let's give him another shout out. It's been a long day. Pablo 113 asked me what I thought about it. Well, you asked, I told you. I think it seems to be a strong company. They're being very, very active. They're transparent, or they appear to be transparent. You could probably invest in worse. I know I have. I invested in some that I didn't think it would, like, especially one that I didn't think would be delisted. But it's very actively trading, so that's a good sign. It's ups the stock. People are very active in this stock if you look at it. So yeah, I don't think it's bad. I'm going to keep my eye on it. I've got it on my list. So I appreciate you asking. And again, thanks for stopping by. And I wish everybody luck in their stock trading. And like I said, don't trade anything that you can't afford to lose. And do your research. Do your own research yourself before you commit to buying a stock. Get to where you're comfortable with the stock. If you don't feel comfortable about the stock, I wouldn't invest in it. And just don't go on somebody else's word, because you don't know if they know what they're talking about. Okay, so that's just my honest opinion on stocks. This is my opinions only. So okay, so I'm not recommending anybody to buy the stock, and I'm not telling anybody not to buy this stock. I think it has a lot of potential, though. So thanks for watching, and I hope everybody has a good night, and hope you have a good rest of your week. Bye-bye. Hey, thanks for coming by. Glad you checked out the video. Hope you liked it. If you like it, please click on the like button. And if you're not subscribed to the channel, would like to invite you to subscribe to my channel. May God bless you, and I hope you have a good day. Bye.